obviously we've got your mix coming up on Sunday on Radio Loco. What sort of music should we expect from this mix?
I mean, well, a few people are probably not going to expect it because a lot of people hear me play the club anthems and that kind of stuff. But I sent you a mix which was deep house, kind of a few old school underground vibes. There was a couple of vocal house tracks in there as well. But yeah, just completely different, I guess, to some of the more commercial stuff that I play. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I've had a little bit of a listen, and it's a good little mix. There's a lot of underground tracks on there as well that I've not really heard before, and it really kind of hits the sort of underground DC-10 sort of vibe that a lot of people love, going over to Ibiza and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was definitely some Ibiza inspiration behind that, and a few things that I'm doing at the moment. Yeah.
No, it's really great. So, I mean, what sort of things have you got planned for 2023? Have you got anything exciting coming up, or any gossip?
I kind of, yeah. So let's just like go back a couple of weeks. So I had my last gig the night before New Year's Eve, and I knew that I was gonna kind of not be on social media and not be gigging for a few weeks, because although I've kind of been absent from that, I swear down, I have never worked so hard in all my life. The last 3 weeks have been so intense. There's been so much hard work put into hopefully making something special for 2023. And it's just mean that a lot of other stuff has gone on hold whilst we get that ready. And then I'm back to, you know, the normal gigs next week as such. But 2023 is going to be different to last year. Last year was incredible. You know, I was so lucky. I'm fortunate to work with amazing DJs and venues and events and festivals, and that was incredible. But coming up to 2023, I was just like, now what do I do? Where do I want to kind of take it next? And you know, the dream's Ibiza, right? That's not
100%. I mean, it's the church of music in terms of going and letting loose. That's for sure.
Yeah, the dream is Ibiza, and I mean, you know what it's like. I live in a small village in Devon. Do you know what I mean? With my 2 children, and what are the chances? So it was really sitting down and talking with a few people that are DJs in Ibiza that I'm lucky enough to know, and speaking to a few people that, you know, have the venues over there and stuff, and seeing if we can make this dream a reality. So we'll see.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got to put yourself out there. I mean, it is a very sort of a demanding game, really. There's so many people that love to play music, you know, and, you know, having that ear and, you know, uniqueness and obviously who you know and whatever's always definitely helps along the way. But I remember last year seeing you playing at so many festivals.
Yeah, I was really lucky. You know, I am really lucky. Like, I wake up and I go to a gig, and every single gig, whether I'm DJing to like 2 people or 2,000 or whatever it is, like, to me, I'm always having the best time. And if I wasn't DJing, I was working there. You know, I was really honoured to be part of the team for Parklife in Manchester last year. That was incredible. And to be on stage in front of like all those people stood next to Ewan McVicar in the booth, and seeing those people, like, that can't help but motivate you, because you think, God, like it's amazing. Like, you just can't put it into words. Do you know what I mean? If you love music, it's just incredible to be in those situations and sometimes not be DJing, sometimes watching somebody else, you know, do an amazing job.
Yeah, totally. It's all about the energy, isn't it? And, you know, music brings people together. And that's one of the most beautiful things about what we do, whether we're DJs or promoters into eventing. It's just kind of, you know, encapsulating that togetherness. You know, it's been a mad few years for a lot of people, you know, whether it be financially, whether it's stuff that's going on in the world. So I think eventing and sort of that side of it's so important now going forward. And I feel like I'd like to think, you know, 2023 for a lot of people's kind of about self-discovery now. You know, we've had a lockdowns, we've kind of got in our heads a little bit, and we just need to reconnect, whether it be on the dance floors, socially and stuff, because kind of, you know, a lot of people find anxiety and things like that so like profoundly a big part of their lives now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's a really good way of like getting out and, you know, getting a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, no, definitely, it really is. And I mean, I think that when you DJ or if you do anything creative as a job, you know, you can't help but, I wouldn't want to say have mental health problems, but putting yourself out there obviously presents the whole mental health thing about whether you're good enough and the anxiety and the things like that. And coming back after lockdown and trying to battle against those things. I mean, I'm the first person to put my hand up, and my best friends will absolutely agree with me on this. There have been times where I've been so nervous that I've been like shaking, trying to put the USB in because we were in a situation where we didn't see anybody. Then all of a sudden you're stood in front of however many people, trying to press buttons with shaky hands. Isn't like
oh, bless.
The best combination?
Hey. So obviously we talked quite a bit about DJing and stuff, but obviously I've noticed recently quite a lot of more producing and stuff that's been kind of happening within your DJing career. I think recently it was a single On the Floor that came out. I believe that was like an edit of an old J-Lo, that's the one. And then obviously prior to that you had Jump and Rubber Band Man. Is that something that you're going to carry on doing in 2023? Could we expect more of that?
Yeah, I mean, the next track is already in the kind of beginning stages. The idea's there, and the demo is started to be worked on. And I don't know when it will be out yet because it's just trying to have time to kind of finish everything to get it out there.
Yeah.
But I would hope that maybe in the next 2 to 3 months, the next song will be out.
Oh, exciting. Looking forward to that one. And obviously as well, The Voice, North Devon, that's something that you've been a part of for quite a while now.
Yeah.
I'm just interested, you know, sort of what does The Voice Devon represent, and what sorts of music and whatnot could you expect to hear on your shows on there?
Yeah, sure. So The Voice North Devon is an FM show. So, I mean, obviously you can listen to it on like DAB and all that, but it is an FM show, and it's based in Barnstaple in North Devon. And all the people that work there, the team, the other presenters, everybody is just so passionate about promoting North Devon and the things that are going on there. I am there in the studio every week, but at the moment I'm not running a show because I'm just really trying to get a lot of things finished, ready for this year. But no doubt I'll be back on the radio at some point. But I am still working for them, doing the live links and Out in Thunder and helping them with the promo and things like that. But as for music, I mean, they play so much different stuff. When I'm there and I'm doing a show, I normally do kind of a commercial dance-based type show because they do have a playlist with a certain type of song that they can play, and obviously there can't be any swearing or anything because it's a family radio station.
Yeah, well, I suppose it could be any kids in the back car or whatever, so you've got to be careful with that one.
No, I know. I sent one song off to get it cleared. I don't even know if I can swear on Instagram if it'll get it kicked off, but like I sent it off and I was like, can we play this? And they were like, we've just had to edit out like 4 really bad words. And I was like, I didn't even know
what would they do? Would it be a beep or?
Huh?
What would it be, a beep or something like that?
No,
or?
they just take the section and rewind it, so it's like a...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
There you go.
Learning something new every
day.
But
it's a great place to work, and their listeners are growing like constantly. Every time we get our radar back, the listeners, the figures are going up, and it really is like I said, the people work there in the production, the people that work there in the studio, they're all incredibly talented and skilled and have worked for massive radio stations and got so many years behind them. And the actual studio itself, if you go in, it's like, it's a great place to be. And I love working there.
Hey, Well, yeah, I mean, I've not actually been over to Barnstaple, but it does pop up quite a lot, and we have quite a few people travelling from Barnstaple to our local events, which are brilliant. They've said a couple of times like we should come over there and and put an event on there. Sure. Yeah, it seems like you've got a nice little community of people there that love good house music and stuff. Yeah. I suppose when it comes to, like you say, like small towns and villages, there's people there, and a lot of these people probably find themselves traveling to Bristol or London, you know, going to big cities to go to these events and stuff. Yeah. So, you know, it's really good that there are people there trying to move it in a direction so they've got things for those people to enjoy, so they don't need to travel as far to go to
exactly. And particularly in the last 12 months, you know, I've been really blessed with working in a lot of new venues that have opened up in Barnstaple and like surrounding areas. Yeah. And they've opened up and they've literally let me do my thing. So like they're a new venue and they haven't said, oh, you know, we want this type of stuff or whatever. They literally just let me go in there and see what works, which is so lovely, because, you know, it's nice to be able to play the music that you love playing.
Oh yeah, totally. And it's also, I suppose, nice to know that they, you know, they've got 100% full flow and confidence in, you know, as a DJ to sort of read the people there and, you know, deliver what you know, you think that they want to hear, and at the end of the day, if they have a great time, then they're always going to come back, so that's great.
Yeah, unless you do a bad job, and then you know, because you don't get booked again.
Well, you've been busy, so you must be doing something right.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hey, lovely. Oh well, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. And yeah, on Sunday, guys, we've got DJ Bunny Not Bunny coming on. It's a really, really good mix. It's about an hour long. Make sure you lock in and listen, because Bonnie's really, from what I've heard as well in the past, it's a really, really different style. It's a lot deeper. It's a lot more kind of minimal, deep house. And there's a lot of underground layers, which is what a lot of our loco heads really, really enjoy. So if you're listening to this now, please spread the word and have a listen on Sunday. And thank you very much for coming in on. And hopefully do this again soon.
Yeah, hopefully. I'll check back in when I'm in Ibiza, not in my car.
That'd be great. Yeah, honestly.
Thank you so much.
Wishing the best
to you soon.
No problem. Speak to you soon. Thank you.
How do I get off?
I don't know.
Hang on. I'm just going to try and leave. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, lovely. So yeah, it was DJ Bunny Not Bunny. Nice little chat. And yeah. So just a couple of other things before we go. I just wanted to mention. Obviously, we've got X Fest coming up on the 27th of January. That's going to be at Bomba. The idea of this is that we essentially really want to bring Exeter in the area together as a whole. You know, there's a lot of events going on. We've approached a lot of different brands to be a part of this. For this one, it's going to be at Bomba. And then the idea is that the following year, we're going to hopefully run that across 2 venues and make it more of a festival vibe thing next to each other. Get some more brands involved if they want to get involved, and really essentially just put on a free party in January when everybody's probably a little bit skint at the end of the month, and they can come socialise, social bants, get rid of the Monday blues or whatever that's happened the week before, and yeah, bring people together on that one. We've also got another big announcement coming soon. Can't say who's going to be DJing or where it's going to be or anything like that. But before I went, I just wanted to perhaps give you a few clues for anybody that's plugged in and excited. So the DJ is from far north of Exeter. They're well established. They've had top 10 hits in the house charts, many of those. They've been one to watch by Defected Records and He, She, They. If you follow those, absolute brilliant events. They've also played at Printworks London, Hideout Festival, Part Life, BPM, Tobacco Docks, and they've even gone back to back with the legend Lee Foz, who I'm a massive fan of, and also the DJ's a big fan of. So really excited for that one. Can't say who it is yet, but that's going to be announced in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for that one. And also at X Fest, if you're around and you've been to a local event before, just come give me a shout. And we've got these community card basically, which has got QR code on the back to go to any of our recent mixes or any news and stuff like that. But then more importantly, it will give you a queue jump to events that we announce that you can basically do the queue jump for, or when it comes to paying on the door, you can get a cheeky little discount as well. So yeah, that's about it really. This was a first time little trial run, just to sort of test it and see how it goes. And yeah, hopefully see you next time on a Tuesday, guys. Big love. Take care. Bye-bye.